Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, call La Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Racha Kodash, to honor the apostles and the bishops, which rule well, peace to the elect. And get started. Mom shanked in baby changing room in Macy's by woman looking for someone to unalive just hours after a psych ward release. A mom has been uh, uh, I don't know what other word I could use. A mom got jugged, okay, in the baby changing room of the iconic Macy's store in New York City in front of her 10-month-old daughter. The suspect arrested for the attack is a woman who prosecutors say was just looking for someone to murk just hours after being released from the psych ward in Manhattan. Okay, so this is her. She was arrested as the suspect. It says happened on the 7th floor bathroom of Macy's. The victim, a tourist from Cali, was changing her child's diaper around 3 p.m. on Thursday when the crazed woman allegedly burst in the stall on the 7th floor and jugged her multiple times. During the heinous attack, the baby fell from the changing table onto the floor, prosecutors allege. The authorities say the 38-year-old mother was shanked in the back and slashed in the shoulder and arm. She was taken to a hospital in a stable condition. Discharged on Friday. The baby was not harmed. Now I want to get to a point here. The 43-year-old had been released from the Manhattan Psych Center early that morning. After being there for a year, she had purchased a knife at Macy's and looked for someone to unalive because voices in her head told her that she had to murk someone or else she would be deleted. Paul Barker, the Manhattan Assistant District Attorney, said in court on Friday. She's been charged with attempted unaliving, endangering the welfare of a child, 2 counts of assault, and criminal possession of a shank. She is currently being held without bail. All right, and all right, boom, and there's more. All right, but nevertheless, they further note that she had been court ordered to take part in schizophrenia treatment that included taking antipsychotics. All right, and as we understand, these things are going to increase, okay, as we get, all right, closer into the last days. Let's get a precept. All right, we want to say perilous, and my fingers be typing the wrong shit, man. So bear with me, Baba Kashai. 2 Timothy 3 verse 1 says, know this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Okay. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy. Let's get another precept. All right, perilous meaning dangerous times is gonna come in the last days. Okay. All right, and we all know these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? But they're important to remember. Okay. You got to be occupied in prophecy, right? Matthew 24:12 says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay. So iniquity, which is sin upon sin, is abounding. Okay. And the love of many is waxing cold. All right. And, what's another scripture we can remember? Ecclesiastes 39:28 says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. Okay. So what, I'm referring to those spirits that was in her mind. Okay. She had voices in her head, but those were evil spirits. Okay. It says, which in their vengeance lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And it's going to name some of these spirits: fire and hell, famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. Okay, continue. It says, the teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment. They shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So the Lord have created, okay, these spirits for vengeance upon the wicked, okay. And so this is what we have to be mindful of. These type of things will increase, okay. I've been seeing more and more bugged out stuff come across the news. I just seen this and I feel like I needed to do something quick on it. Just Lord willing to edify the sheep and the lambs to remind you of the times we're living in, where an individual get released the same day out of a psych ward, go to the Macy's, a demon tell her, hey, you go